Sitting beneath Tightwad Hill, California Memorial Stadium in Berkeley. A couple of teams trying to stake their claim to being among the best in the country in this top 25 showdown we have in store. It's the Utah Utes and the Cal Golden Bears. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, Reese. Talking to the Cal head coach pregame, this is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. Keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. RPO complete to open the drive. Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And they tried to run that sweep out route. I like going to the wide side of the field, getting somebody the ball that can really, really run. Just got to block it up a little better. Give him a chance to at least get that edge, and then he might be able to do some more damage.
Wide receiver going in motion. Jaron Kiave Songobolatelli makes the grab. It's strong, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
Really nice timing on that out route there. Good anticipation by the QB, getting it out on time. And how about the receiver securing the catch, tapping the toes before he went out of bounds?
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Oh, maybe a double pass. Wide open, he makes the catch. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Golden Bear. He got a step and just dusted the field.
And that play right there is exactly why they brought this guy in through the portal, because of his game-breaking speed. They wanted another dimension in the passing game, David. A guy that could take the top off, and early in this game, early in the season, a big exclamation point for the offense.
I'd say return on investment is pretty strong early, right? Trying to get that guy, and they talked about they needed the playmaker, the guy that could take the top off, the guy that could really be the focal point of this offense. Well, mission accomplished so far. They find him early. He makes the big play. This has got to get the fan base excited about this transfer.
They'll start on the ground with Wayshawn Parker. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume. It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Third down coming, but we'll have to wait just a second. Offense wants to think things over. They call a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Looking downfield, it's Dampier. Now rolling to the left. Trying to escape and get it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for, some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line, it confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
Here comes the Golden Bear offense, ready to start this drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. He wants to change this route. Throwing Sangapolatelli. Caught. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was 2 guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That has got to feel good if you're this offense picking up that first down by running it, because we know the struggles they've had this season, particularly on third down. So to come out here, run the ball, keep the drive alive, let's see if they can generate a little bit of momentum.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that's a nice 3rd down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together, get one of those long drives going.
Sangapolatelli knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be...
Snags it, and he's open. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. Making side adjustments here. JKS. Good timing on the quick out. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
And the Golden Bears will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Motion from the wideout. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They'll run it to the left here, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Golden Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Utah offense to get this drive started. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 4. Turning it on! Got enough for the first. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
An explosive play to start the drive, and they'll try to keep the D on its heels. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Escapes the pressure going right. Got out of trouble and throws. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. And this is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success, because right now, they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
The Utes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. Working that left side now. And they're able to get him down.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Bunch formation for these receivers. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's going to take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw. And that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
And the Utes will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He takes a chance and fires it across the field.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the 1st and keep the drive alive, QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. The option look. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Utah!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Cal gets it back. The sturdy Golden Bear offense on its way to the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important.
And he's going to go down at the 1.
I love the play call on defense. You got the offense backed up. How can you create a safety? How can you bring pressure? How can you get someone home to the QB and try to get those 2 points up on the scoreboard? They almost got it, bringing the QB down at the 1-yard line.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Jaron Kiave Sungapolatelli. Caught over the middle. It's Perry. He'll be stopped at his own 23-yard line, but he's got enough to move the chains and pick up the 1st down. The Golden Bears, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. With the catch, it's Thomas. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Golden Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. The run from the shotgun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Timeout taken now by the Golden Bears. That'll be their first. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Maybe a double pass. He's going to take off. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Utah now calls a timeout. They'll have one left. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. Quarterback may change this route. From the gun on 3rd down, Sangapolitelli. Release to the back. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Back to throw. It's Dampier. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, first down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one. The Utes want to move quickly.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires left. They needed a big play, and they got it. And the foot down for the 1st down.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Here's a heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Under fire. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense. They get the timeout called here, and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a three spot on the board. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's open the show with Vanderbilt taking on the number 12 team, the TCU Horned Frogs.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
And it's the Commodores, setting score records in multiple offensive categories in one of the highest scoring games I think I've ever seen. Two teams who were very familiar with the end zone today. And it's 3 straight victories for this team as they start to get hot. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Well, this is a big moment for this offense, too, because you want to capitalize off getting the turnover, right? You just threw an incompletion. Now you got a big down coming up. You've got to find a way to make a play here so that you can generate points and capitalize off of the opponent's mistake.
And they get him down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Complete and looking for enough for the first down. That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive. And they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. It's good. Easy call for the refs. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over, and while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Utes are ready to begin this drive on offense. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the third quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To throw, it's Dampier. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
They come to the line facing third and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him, looking to take a shot. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
That play was designed to go to the running back. They were hoping they were going to get man coverage, and one-on-one, that back is going to win that matchup every single time.
Finding some room. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Cal! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots, shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Oh, they're after him. Going to try to get it himself. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
They get him stopped at the 30, but not before he gets 5 yards.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hands, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
He's got him. He's inside the 15. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Back to throw, it's Dampier. Dances away, and it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, the defense just did the quarterback a massive favor. That's the nicest thing they've done to him all game. They've already picked him off twice. That should have been number 3.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Great job by the defense that time, blowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run. And they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. From the gun, wants to pass. Bringing the heat. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Throwing Sangapalatelli. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Quarterback had everything he wanted there. He knew pre-snap exactly where he was going. Of course he was going to be going towards his primary target, but just can't hook up for the completion.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. And that is incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll pull it down and run. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. The Golden Bears decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the period, and Cal is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Now adjusting. He'll try to do it himself. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point, you're going to have to change your thought process.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Looking for a man. It's Dampier. Not able to hook up the air. Incomplete.
You got to love what you've seen from the defense in this game, too. They knew coming into this one against this quarterback, being as talented as he is, they were going to have to be really good in coverage on the back end, and that's been the case all game long. They have never let it be easy for this quarterback.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this 1st down.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Offense changing the play. Sangapolitelli. Showing the arm strength to the left. He's got it on the outside. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. Wants to throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning it. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on 1st down in the red zone.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
3rd and 6 yards to go. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, it's Dampier. Here's the pressure. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from.